Sometimes golf gives us drama you just don't expect, right? We tune in for the ocean views, the pure iron shots, that Pebble Beach magic, and then something happens that completely shifts the energy of the day. And this week, it wasn't about a clutch birdie or a leaderboard charge. It was one of those moments that makes the entire gallery hold its breath. If you've been following the Pro-Am scene lately, you already know the spotlight has been brighter than ever. Bigger crowds, more cameras, more crossover from other sports. And when that kind of attention meets tight fairways and ocean winds, things can get unpredictable fast. Something happened late in the round that had fans buzzing all over social media. And it's not the first time we've seen it. That's what makes this story even more intense. Before we get into it, if you're a real golf fan who lives for PGA Tour moments like this, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. PGA Tour. Today is brand new. We're pushing toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and if you truly love this game, you're in the right place. Let's talk about what went down. AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is always one of those weeks where golf blends with celebrity culture. You've got the ocean crashing behind the greens, packed galleries, and a mix of tour pros and big-name personalities. And once again, one of the biggest draws this year was Travis Kelce. Every time he tees it up at Pebble, it feels like the crowd doubles. People aren't just watching golf. They're watching an NFL superstar step into our world. And let's be honest, the attention around him is on another level right now. But late in the round on Friday, things took an unfortunate turn. On the 18th hole, Kelce hit a wayward tee shot, a full-on shank, and the ball drifted toward the spectators. It ended up striking a female fan, later identified as Edene Flynn from Salinas, California. You could feel that shift instantly, that uncomfortable silence, that oh no moment we've all experienced watching golf when a ball heads toward the ropes. To his credit, Kelce immediately yelled "4" and rushed over. Tournament staff were already attending to her, but he didn't hesitate. He checked on her personally, made sure she was okay, and even signed an autograph before play continued. Now here's where it gets bigger than just one bad swing. This marks the third time Kelce has hit a fan during a golf event. In 2025, he struck a spectator at Lake Tahoe. And in 2024, there was footage of him running to comfort a fan who had been hit in the head by one of his shots. That pattern is what has people talking. Not because anyone thinks he's reckless. Golf is hard, especially under pressure, especially with that many eyes on you. But when you combine tight courses, massive galleries, and someone who doesn't play competitive golf full-time, the margin for error gets razor thin. And this is where I think it's important to bring in what his playing partner said. Keith Mitchell had nothing but praise for Kelce. He said when you're with him, you don't feel like you're with Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift. That's such a telling comment. He's saying Kelce doesn't carry himself like a celebrity above the game. He blends in. He respects it. Mitchell also pointed out that Kelce was high-fiving kids, taking pictures, interacting with fans all day. And he said he handled the situation like an absolute pro. And honestly, that part matters, because Pro-Am events like Pebble Beach thrive on accessibility. Fans get closer, kids get high fives, autographs happen mid-round. That's part of what makes this event special compared to a standard PGA Tour stop. But there's also risk that comes with that closeness. The galleries were huge, the attention was massive, and whether we like it or not, when someone from outside the golf world, especially someone as famous as Kelce, shows up, the spotlight intensifies everything, every swing, every mistake. From a PGA Tour perspective, though, there's no denying his presence brings energy. It brings new eyeballs to the game. It brings crossover fans. It turns a Friday round into headline news. The bigger conversation now becomes, how do events manage that kind of celebrity attention while maintaining safety? Because the Pro-Am atmosphere is looser, more relaxed, but the golf course doesn't care who you are. A shank is a shank. For Kelce personally, this isn't about skill, it's about handling the moment. And so far, in all three incidents, his response has been immediate and human. No hiding, no brushing it off. He runs over, he checks on people, he owns it. That tells you a lot about character. And for us as golf fans, it's another reminder of how unpredictable this game can be. 1 second you're soaking in that Pebble Beach coastline, the next second the entire mood changes with one swing. At the end of the day, this doesn't overshadow the tournament, but it definitely becomes part of its story. And in a week already packed with attention, it adds another layer to the conversation around celebrity involvement in Pro-Am events. Looking at the bigger picture, the PGA Tour continues to evolve. It's blending entertainment, crossover stardom, and traditional competition more than ever. Moments like this highlight both the upside, massive engagement, and the challenges, safety and control. As fans, we love the energy. We love seeing different worlds collide, but we also want everyone walking away safe. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think celebrity participation adds more good than risk to events like Pebble Beach? Or should there be tighter structures when crowds get this big? Honestly, here's where I stand as a die-hard PGA Tour fan. I love the crossover. I really do. Events like the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am are supposed to feel different. They're supposed to blend competition with personality. When someone like Travis Kelce shows up, you suddenly get NFL fans watching golf. You get kids who might have never tuned into a tour broadcast suddenly seeing Pebble Beach for the first time. That matters for the growth of the game. And let's not pretend it doesn't bring energy. The galleries get louder, the social media buzz spikes, casual fans start asking questions about handicaps and formats. That's good for the PGA Tour long term. But here's the uncomfortable truth. When crowds get that big, when people aren't just watching golf but watching a celebrity, the dynamic changes. Spectators lean in closer, phones go up, movement increases, and on a tight course like Pebble, especially on 18 with water, wind, and nerves, that margin for error gets tiny. This isn't about blaming Kelce. Golf is brutally hard. Even tour pros miss fairways. And the fact that he immediately yelled, "4", ran over, checked on the fan, and stayed present says a lot about his character. That part, to me, matters more than the shank itself. But 3 incidents in a relatively short span? That's where the conversation shifts from unlucky to maybe we need to rethink structure. Maybe it's wider buffer zones, maybe it's tighter rope lines when celebrity groups come through. Maybe it's better crowd control around high-traffic holes. Because here's the thing, the Pro-Am vibe should feel accessible, not chaotic. From a pure fan perspective, I don't want to lose celebrity participation. It makes the week fun. It keeps it unique. It reminds us that golf is one of the only sports where amateurs can tee it up alongside professionals on the same stage. But safety has to evolve with popularity. If the crowds are bigger than ever, the setup has to reflect that. You can't run a 2026 level spectacle with structures built for a quieter era of the event. At the end of the day, I don't think this hurts Kelce's reputation. If anything, it reinforces that he handles adversity like a pro. No ego, no disappearing, just accountability. What it does do, though, is put a spotlight on how the PGA Tour balances growth with responsibility. And as fans, we're allowed to hold both thoughts at once: love the spectacle and demand better safeguards. That's what being invested in this game is all about. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments. PGA Tour Today is still a brand new channel, and we're pushing hard toward our first 1,000 subscribers. If you love honest fan-to-fan golf conversations like this, make sure you subscribe and be part of building this community from the ground up. Because if this week proved anything, it's that in golf, even the unexpected becomes unforgettable.